the opportunity
so
to plant in a proper
CT's gone to the bomb site, and the little lurkers.
Yeah, but it's kind of what Dan
position.
talked about, really, with the fact that, well, CTs are okay with giving up that A bomb site. It's not the end of the world for them, so...
Now, watch Pimp with this Nova. I taught him this. Yeah, you always get I said, if you win the pistol, mate, always get a Nova second round.
The Richard Lewis
School of CS.
There we go. This is the full Tech 9 buy and armor from HellRaisers. You can see they have got a couple of smokes to play as well. Looks like 5 players towards a B-bomb side. Full execution here. Going to try and smoke off some key choke points. Pimp is going to do very well to challenge Tech 9 and armor here. Oh, God.
Boom.
He takes one down.
$900. Boom. $1,800. Boom.
The Richard Lewis.
That's how it works. Now he's got money to play with for the rest of the game.
There.
The rest of the game. And pretty trivial stuff now. 3-on-1 situation. Dosia, if you're the last player there, he manages to get one more down, but it's going to be 2-0 in favour of Dignitas. That force buy from HellRaisers is going to put them to a full eco here. They may pick up a couple of P250s, but that round was pretty locked down by Pimp in the drop-down room there.
A wise man told me the pistols are broken anyway, Henry, so there's still a chance HellRaisers can win this, obviously. Yeah. Just one rogue headshot from a spud gun. I keep hearing what a spud gun is, mate.
I know what a spud gun is.
Yeah,
I keep hearing another word every time you say that.
The Brits do.
All right.
This should be a fairly straightforward round for...
Who's doing the play-by-play here? It feels like a mess. Rich is on his phone.
Mate, Quadcast is always going to be a mess. I'm just going to duck out now. I'll duck out. We'll let Dan
Dan's master of this.
Hello, friends. All right, so Pimp is doing a pretty good job of just locking down the drop zone area there with his teammates. But all they have to do is just survive as many players as they can. And we'll have to see how HellRaisers' money is, because I don't think they got the bomb down last round either. No. So they're in this... Okay, well, they're actually okay to get helmets. This is really important.
Going to be the glass cannon AWP. They have got a reasonable amount of smoke grenades there. No Molotovs to speak of. Oh, there's one Molotov. Can be very useful in this map for the post-blind situation, like flushing the CTs out, holding them off the bomb for a long amount of time. But this is a very interesting round, an important round. I know we're not allowed to say that anymore, apparently.
You can say that as much as you want. Foreign's not here.
Okay, well, there we go then. Let's see a slow pace from HellRaisers, trying to work some sort of picks on the map. Heavy presence towards B from the CTs. MSR actually picking up the first frag onto Angel there. And that's the player we were talking about towards the B area, trying to get that frag at the start of the round.
So they tried to move into A there, but they didn't move in as a unit that could actually trade, so they didn't get anything out of one guy going in with a pop flash. And Dignitas, they played that correctly. They should actually get that frag probably like 80-90% of the time in a one-on-one. It's very favorable because you know exactly what's going on. You've played it before, and so I feel like that's a bit of a leak here for HellRaisers, and they're now trying to save it. They're going across the entire map trying to get picks one by one. And it's not happening. They need to move as a unit, move as a team to try to take some of these areas. I think the only area you can attack easily alone is with one super good player on the B platform.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when you send your best player up there. Some of these great entry shots, one bullet AK shots, but that's what you really need to do. Even if you can just work out what the CT setup is from that, all he has to do is go frag for frag in the situation. If he can get one and then die, that's perfect, because you know what setup they've gone. The CTs are thin out there, and you can do a proper execution onto B at that stage. But right now, it's a 5-on-2 situation, 30 seconds left on the clock. Adren is just running out and dying, essentially. Saw a Molotov go down, he just ran through and hoped for the best. Nico taking him down. Dosia is going to be your last man again, gets another shot through the smoke, but there we go. Momentum staying in the court of Team Dignitas. So and Richard, what did you think about that?
Mate, I wasn't even watching it.
No? Oh, brilliant. Thanks for coming. Cheers.
No, what do you want? You can't say, let's do a quadcast, mate. Let's do a quadcast. By the way, Richard, you do play-by-play, but you're not doing play-by-play.
I asked you to do it, and you said, no, I'm
that's fine. Well,
I'm going to zone out.
Retarded. It might work for a MOBA. This is CSGO's a high-octane game. People need distinct roles. You need to know what you're doing. You need to section the broadcast. Mate.
So I'm going to give you something here. There were no distinct roles there for HellRaisers in their default.
I like that.
They're one by one all over the place. And you need to take map control in certain areas. You need to pressure the CTs back. We need to see that happening properly on the A side. They need to be able to do that with multiple players. If there's just going to be one pop flash, that's fine. But you need to push at least 2 or 3 players into the area where MSL is right now. You should be able to push him back. His job is to stay there, maybe make multiple kills and commit, or just back away and slow you down. That's his job.
Yeah, and the problem that you saw with HellRaisers is a problem that a lot of teams have when they slow down their play, the fact that they don't actually go to get it, so they do get picked off. Na'Vi are excellent at actually doing that properly, so they have set each other up to pretty much be safe in any type of situation where you can get a trade over and over again. And, well, HellRaisers right now obviously on an eco, so there's not that much to be done, but they definitely need to set up more properly. Easy as that, really, for the upcoming buy round.
So I'm afraid that... I want to see a good default out of them when we do see the team play. I'm afraid we might get into over... Some of those teams over-execute. They use execute too much, and on a map like this where you can do, maybe like you can mix it up a little bit and do delayed timings or vary the timings on the B execute. I'm afraid that maybe they're going to move towards this too much, but that they need to find an answer towards A properly, and maybe from there they can build something here. But
I think this actually looks quite promising for them. Actually going some heavy mid presence here, going together, get one pop flash in, and make sure they get the frag here. But they are, as I said, they get completely locked down. That's them not going to be doing a whole lot of nothing for at least 15 seconds now. So those are trying to get some more smoke kills. We've seen them doing a lot of that this tournament, but. Here we go then, the pace gets slowed right down. It looked like they're actually going to get some aggression there, but they're going to try and work some picks towards the side alley area here. MSL is answering back, and all he has to do now is just fall back to the bomb side. They've got that first pick, and that just continues the barrage of danger inflicted, and Mo gets taken down as well. And they just haven't got a response to this kind of aggressive play. There's one guy in the side alley area just picking men off, and it doesn't seem like they actually know what to do to counter that.
It's the same issue once again. The fact that they go in, you have yeah, I think it was Kucher who ran in before Mo got into a position where he could actually trade the frag from MSL. So MSL has time to put down the smoke, and the fact that he picks up Mo as well.
We discussed this before we actually went into this game. HellRaisers have this uncanny ability to actually get into some horrible situation where they look lost on the map, and they're just getting picked off all over the place. And it looks like dignitas are just having fun here. It's like just playing, no real teamwork being employed, pushing areas together, getting a couple of frags, falling back, and they actually, HellRaisers aren't even getting a single frag in this round.
I've talked about this a lot with HellRaisers. It's almost like they think about the game just in terms of let's go somewhere and get a headshot rather than let's go somewhere and like maybe get a trade kill, or let's see if we can just get some sort of favourable trade going on so we have a numerical advantage. It's almost like they expect they just see it as a series of sort of 1v1s. Like if I can kill him, we can win this round. If he can kill him, they don't really seem to think about the game in a very tactical way whenever I watch them play.
And the problem there actually as well is that if you actually looked at their A-long push, they're clearly trying to take A-long. They had multiple players there.
Okay.
And MSL was deep on that position, so he's actually committed to dying there. He gets 2 frags. The entire point is he does the first challenge. He hides very, very deep, so they have to do a very wide peek. And Nico actually completely abandoned mid so that he could actually
he got pushed back by the flashes.
So even if they'd killed MSL, they're still screwed there.
I was about to say, all HellRaisers need to start doing now is doing fast B plays. Just get in, rely on their aim. Don't even allow them to be picked. Let's just get into B fast and see what they can do here. I think that's probably what they're going to try and do. Stop relying on the picks. Let's just get in, bundle into the site and see what we can do here. 5 players over towards the B side now. This is the execution. They just need to get past the smoke grenades, and they should be able to exchange a frag here.
Well, Kirby and AZ are in a good little crossfire though, and are going to get a kill. Are they going to be able to execute some of those trades? Dosi is going to answer back, so it is a 3-on-3. AZ's still in a very good position though, getting flashed out, not really able to do anything. Smoke's going down, but then MSL on the rotate's going to get the kill on Wadra, and Pimp's coming through as well, so the cavalry's here for Dignitas. Doshi's going to get taken down through that smoke by him, and then Angel, the last man standing again from what looked a promising position for HellRaisers, not able to capitalise. AZ's going to get that last little headshot there. It is going to be 7-0 at Dignitas.
This is difficult to watch right now. Like I said, that's probably the best thing to do when your team's not working and sort of there's no synergy between the frags. You're not actually making any real impact on the rounds. You haven't seen him pick up a frag in about 3 rounds. They got into the bomb site, a couple of frags exchanged, but at that point, that's where it fell apart. The bomb did go down, but just the retake from Dignitas was perfect. Didn't even lose a man on that 3-on-3 situation, but Nico, insult to injury right now. He takes down Angel in the first frag of the game, and you can see the buys now from HellRaisers. He's got no utility to play with whatsoever. This is just a bad call from them. I would have taken another Rico here and at least had chances to smoke off the key choke.
Well, that's been another characteristic of HellRaisers as well. Their economy management has been really poor. In fact, you can probably point at what cost them cash, being that 4th FAMAS buy. Completely needless as well. With it was always going to put them on an eco if they lost it. They could have ecoed 1, maybe picked up the last 2. Instead, they ended up losing. I think it was the last. Was it 2 or 3 that they ended up just predicated on that?
So we do actually have a 2-on-2 going on right now as HellRaisers managed to push their way up into the A site, making some good frags after getting entry twice. And here it is. It's on Nico to actually try to save this, and he's going to go down. But I did like the setup from Nico and MSL because I think they've shown 3 or 4 different A setups so far, which is actually very awesome. Just keeping themselves unreadable and a very nice angle on the stairs as well with the AWP from Nico. So we can see Nico's really very well versed in playing the A setup.
But look what's had to happen there just for HellRaisers to get 1 round on the board. Like Adren's got to go. What was that? I think it was a 4-man.
It was a 4-man. I can read from here, but still, that's a huge individual play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's HellRaisers, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like their initial strategy falls completely apart. Like nothing actually worked for them except the fact that Adrian hit his shots. And that's not something you can rely on when you're playing with such a well-versed team as Dignitas. You're going to get punished for it time over. Right now, well, they've gotten an even trade, so that's a good sign for them. And they've actually gotten a lot of control to work with here towards the A bomb side, but it seems like they're rotating more towards B. I still don't think this is a bad choice, even though they, managed to get dignitas to fall back onto the bomb side. I still think they can make a lot of things work towards B as well, because they have dignitas guessing right now.
Yeah, none of the dignitas players have any sort of map presence towards A. They're having to sit back and just hope it runs into them. They're kind of getting the feeling now, time ticking away. Kiabi on the bomb side now. He's going to have some confrontation right now. Next frag will be very important indeed. Will they be able to get this entrance to the bomb side? And finally, they actually have the advantage, and now a 3-on-3 situation. They haven't won these positions before, especially in the B bomb site. 2 players remain as we Pimp and Nico for the retake now. As soon as the bomb goes down, this should be unlosable for them. They just need to play the crossfires correctly and not allow one player to actually roll them over.
Oh, well, he's not even going to get the chance. Pimp's going to sort of run in before Nico even had a chance to really cover him there. Nico's going to save the AWP. Okay, it's going to be 7 rounds to 2. I didn't get a chance to have a look at the Dignitas money. They should still be sitting pretty. I mean, they haven't lost a lot of kills, so...
Yeah, they've got 8k, 7k. There's a couple of drops here, especially if Nico can save his AWP. That would be very valuable to them. That will actually help a lot. He can drop a gun and keep his AWP. So as long as he can keep that gun, they should be in very good stead.
Yeah, it'll be plus 1900s to all these players. So, yeah, around 5k, 4k for most of them. Yeah, so another good buy to be thrown at them. And HellRaisers is still in this position where they can still go down 13-2. If they get reset right now, they lost a lot of players there, so they don't have a lot of money in the bank. So it's an important round for dignitas.
Dare I say it?
And they will reset HellRaisers, and HellRaisers will struggle to get any buys out unless they get another bomb down. That's really the key for them. At the very least, the minimum right now in this round is getting the bomb down for HellRaisers. And we can see Nico actually just, he's continuing to do damage with his A plays, his A aggressions. He's finding really tight angles. It's very cool how he's been moving around.
This has been the best series he's played in about 4 tournaments or something.
Yeah, I think so. He's been the guy to look for to perform because everyone else has been stepping up. Pimp especially. Pimp has been phenomenal. It's been so awesome to see how well he's been playing. We'll have another B push coming in from HellRaisers, and looks like Kirby is well positioned for that. He's going to pick up a double, and HellRaisers are going to find themselves at the mercy of Kirby. There's number 3. And there it is, 8-2. And as we can see, there's no money on HellRaisers. It's just one player with 5.5k. Most of them below 2k. This is really
when
bad.
They get themselves in hell. You know they're going to probably buy something here. What's the player with the 5k doing? He's picked up armor. He's picked up an 8.
Yeah, it's actually out with Henry. He's going to do it.
This kind of buy has never made sense.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
well, no, it made sense last time. Remember, Dosia got a 5-man with the AK. So
yeah, but with the AK he saved, it wasn't like he bought it, right? Now they're going to. This is madness. They've seen. There's nothing to make you think they're going to be able to even pull a strat off here. Their executes haven't been poor. Here we go. Sorry, they've been poor, and all of a sudden it's getting shut down. MSL's going to pick up that first kill with the. A push there. And
I guess it's just balancing the money. He had 5k, the rest of the guys had 1,200 or so. So he was just trying to get an AK out there and make sure everyone had the same money.
Yeah, but instead of balancing out the economy, you
I'm not saying it's correct. I'm just saying that's what he did.
They should just force buy there because they're all so low on money. They need to double eco anyway. So you might as well force buy. And then
or you could save your money and actually drop for a later round.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, because if you have an execute on the next round, if the bomb goes down, you get an execute on the bomb down, and then you can actually buy.
That's what I would have done.
Because that what 4,500 investment, not worth it for one kill.
Well, mate, at this rate, the only preparation HellRaisers is going to need is preparation H because they're getting absolutely wrecked by Team Dignitas at the moment, mate. So
well, you can see the Galils are out, the Tech9's out, a couple of smokes to play with, but considering the way this game's gone so far, and it's just the entrance into the round was someone getting a 4-man. You have to question whether this is the end of HellRaisers on this campaign because they're going to get shut down pretty quickly on here. Nico's been great at this, pushing certain angles, getting information, pushing the side alley area. That's what an AWP needs to be doing.
What's really impressed me though is Henry. This is what Nico never used to do. Like when he was getting flashed, he would still sort of instinctively try and play aggressive, and he would get caught and he would die. What's impressed me on Cobble here is how he's been falling back and actually getting himself into good positions, creating crossfires with MSL. Way more useful to his team than just trying to get like one hero frag and then die, which was like that typified Nico's play. So this is a real mature performance by him as he picks up another kill there. Dosie's going to answer back onto Pimp, so we're in this 3-on-3, but of course superior weapons in the hands of the Danes. Nico's going to whip that shot, and they're going to come through, so it's going to be Mo with a cheeky little double spray there. So it's all on Kirby, but he's already got 22 kills to his name. He's going to be feeling pretty confident, and does take Mo down very low. That nade, how's he dodged that?
It's going to still be in good stead to make this one
happen. He must have moonwalked over that explosion, mate. He just didn't touch him at all. So Kirby is going to right that wrong. And we're in a 1v1 situation now. Dosia has been the beacon really for HellRaisers, and he is able to get that clutch to put HellRaisers' third round on the board. And how they needed it, Henry.
Yeah, well, they're just pushing onto the A-bomb site now. The rounds are actually winning here. There's no real proper tactical execution is going into the A-bomb site. We saw them have such a difficult buy there. They couldn't really do much with the smoke grenades. Just getting in, getting frag for frag. They actually got the initial pick as well, which worked very well for them. Getting that first pick, pulling the CTs apart, and it came down to a one-on-one situation in the end, but very important round when they needed it. 3 on the board now. They definitely need to be looking at the region about 5 rounds if they want to make this even an idea of a good half. But dignitas actually in the driving seat still with the money. You can see they've got 5 rifles on AWP there. Adrian's going to be on a Tech 9. So this obviously is the round. If they lose their money here, it's probably going to be a 12-3 sort of situation. So let's see how it goes down. A slower pace here.
We've seen dignitas lose those before. But
yes, you're right. Yeah.
And imagine if Adrian hadn't bought.
Yeah, that's the time.
I mean, now you could have had a fully bought team.
I don't know, it just seems such a crazy move to make. And the thing is, you can see, what makes it worse is you can see they clearly thought about it. Nico's going to go for that peek and get took down by Angel. Kusha's managed to push around the side, so far looking pretty good for HellRaisers. They have got that numerical advantage, but of course Adrian running around with a Tech 9, just trying to make a nuisance of himself, just trying to stop any of the rotates. Kusha's going to get another kill on Pimp, going to put the nade down. The bomb plant is going to be coming in here on this A-bomb site, and HellRaisers nicely positioned for a crossfire. There is that Tech 9 doing the damage, so I mean ultimately it's worked out for him. He has been able to get that 1 kill. It's all on Kiebi again. Probably just going to save the M4 here. Really can't make a 1v3, especially when he's so low. And HellRaisers sense that. They're just getting away from the bomb. They're already going on the hunt, trying to stop him from saving it, hoping that that's going to depress Team dignitas' economy, and maybe, just maybe, they could get to that fabled 5th round.
Yeah, it seems like they're actually waking up now. They're favouring the A-bombs a lot now. I think B's just gone horribly for them quite a lot of the time, but they're just kind of keeping it simple now. There's no real analysis I can give you as to why that's working. They're going frag for frag, getting make sure they
actually, one of the things, one of the reasons why it is working is because previously, even though HellRaisers were moved a lot towards the A-bomb side, is the fact that dignitas were able to stop them early on. They were able to take the early challenges. The last couple of rounds, they've been playing fairly defensive.
Nico was top of middle there with an AWP, and he just gets picked off of he didn't even get a headshot. He's got taken out with chest shots with an AK.
Yeah, so we've seen 2 of the rounds they've lost towards A. You had Nico playing at the top of mid. First round, he flashed in MSL into middle, hoping that he could get a easy frag or 2. This time, they played rather passively, both of them. That's clearly not working out because it's letting HellRaisers get so far up in abs.
In fact, yeah, you're actually right there. So you can see they're getting this far position now. They're not getting the early frags that they were before the start of the game. You saw like MSL getting 2 or 3 frags. Pimp now answering back, and this is better now. They're actually challenging, getting crossfires put together. Mo will take out MSL, then leaving it in a 4-on-3. And time does favour them, but it's a much more aggressive setup from dignitas. Maybe that was what was working for them so well, getting that early frag and confusing HellRaisers to start the round.
Not only that, though, actually there was some sort of coordination. They actually had some crossfires, like you pointed out in that previous round. They were really disjointed. Nico got caught way too early as he pushed down.
They stacked 3 players there as well, so they went for that early gamble. It's like, in the early timings of the round, we can have 3 players there because HellRaisers have never shown a fast execute.
Yeah.
So, and they've been having like a proclivity to go for those A plays, and that's been working for them. Let's just go basic, let's go and respond and see what happens. Not thinking too far ahead, which is what I like. You can kind of like double bluff yourself or get complicated, but I think that they've got the perfect idea there against HellRaisers, and they've got that 4-2 advantage. So HellRaisers need a big individual performance now from Adren and Mo, who are left standing.
dignitas have a really good spread here, though. Even though it's going to be long rotation time, you already have one of the dignitas players pushing around aggressively.
That's the end of the round right there, so Mo just needs to try and save this up. Maybe get another exit. He's going to go... What?
Yeah, that's an odd decision.
Yeah, he has to actually probably go and die there because they're so
close.
Well,
yeah, he could have assumed that somebody is going to rotate around him, so the odds of him saving is rather slim, but still...
Yeah, they're still giving it a go, I think.
Well, I guess
but it's way worse for him if he actually dies after.
If he died after time, he goes into the last round
true,
of no money. But I guess that's where he's going for, is to go and die. If he could get one more frag there, would have been useful. The CT economy is pretty weak right now. But here we go. We go into the last round now. And dignitas still opting for this side alley aggression. It worked from the last round, so why not? And then it seems like it's going to be a very similar approach from HellRaisers, going towards there, seeing if they can go frag for frag, and there, straight in there. MSL answering back yet again. He's been really good in this area.
I was just going to say that, actually, Henry. He's impressed me. I mean, obviously, he's the in-game leader. He is sort of perceived to be a weak link when it comes to fragging and hitting his shots, but he's just been really solid in that area. You know, he's always making his frag, you know, sometimes two, and that's really having a huge, you know, impact on these CT round tips, dignitas.
That was really nice from AZ there, getting 2 straight away. And Nico's actually still in position towards the bomb site. And he doesn't even need to do anything. That's perfect. Again, another really good round. And to go back to your point, you made this point a while ago, and we talked about it in the pre-show as well, is that the A side of the map, you've got to try, you want to get kills, of course. Like, getting 1 kill is very good, but you need to stay alive, you need to keep the presence, and you want to delay the T's to allow your team to come in. And Nico's really been embodying that. I think he's been playing it very, perfectly. Yeah. Basically, he's not been a star AWPer, but he's not put emphasis on that role.
He's not been doing like the crazy clutches 3-on-1 situations or anything like that.
Yeah, but that's been his problem before. He's been trying to do that, and he can't do that anymore.
If you're just playing CS properly, right, and you're getting the initial pick, or even just getting the information, you can go a different place. You're being unpredictable. That's what was working so well for him. He did it on cash, moving around every single round, keeping it dynamic, and that's what he did that round as well. So
I've just realised as well, like, for most of this broadcast, you've been teabagging me, haven't you? I'm basically just sat between your legs with a bald head.
It's nothing new.
This dominant position.
I know. Like, what's wrong with you, mate?
Yeah.
We're not like silverbacks in a cage.
I can't see the screens unless I'm really high up.
It's not the first day in prison, Henry. You don't.
This is my minion.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You can have my food. Stop this. Yeah, my mum just sent me these.
Anyway, here we go then. Dignitas looking to go straight into the drop down. We see a lot of teams doing this, getting to B fast, getting the early frags, and will they be able to capitalise and get an early couple of... Away 3 frags going in their favour now, and did they need that one? MSL will take down Kutcher, and all of a sudden it's going to be a crazy frag. Get that down, it will be a great situation for them.
MSL needs to get a kill here, you think? And he did take Adrian low, but... Well, they're really struggling here, but MSL... See if they're able to do something about it, but turns out MSL's going to get taken down with the bomb, so it's going to be on Kiebi. Now, if you can get the kill on Adrian, what? He's not able to. HellRaisers held their nerve there and were able to pick up the pistol.
Approach from Dignitas. So they're sending 3 players towards drop down and having the 2 guys towards middle of the bomb. The objective is that they need to get kills in the drop down area. If they're going to allow that split to come to fruition, there has to happen. It needs to be isolated. They actually did very well to bring it down to such a close round, but normally for the terrorist side as they get locked down with the P90 zone. And now all of a sudden there's another frag, and this is what we're talking about. The tech line.
He's just going to get a 3rd kill there. He could actually clutch it.
Still an okay, still a pretty
good
man,
that's
a real good eco. I mean, but to go back on the pistol round, you know, you have to credit HellRaisers. Instead of taking that challenge head on, they actually rotated back, allowed themselves to set up proper crossfires, and that really messed up Dignitas. From them, and then they do something unexplainable.
It should be a pretty easy spray down for HellRaisers here. Just full PT50s and Glocks running through middle, not a care in the world, and it'll be a simple 5-man execute.
I'm too close to your beat right now.
Oh my goodness.
Ready on day 1.
Beef. Hashtag beef.
Yeah. You can win an Easy Skins t-shirt from Henry G if you just
have to follow me, basically.
Yeah, just follow Henry using the hashtag Big Beef.
Big beef.
An Easy Skins t-shirt as worn by Henry G. Unwashed.
You don't want this one.
They're here to show HellRaisers what they did wrong with their approach. They've already proved because of that merit, and MSL's already going to get a pick here. He's going to make his way down. You know, just position everyone towards B plateau, go for the execute, and there should be nothing that HellRaisers. And this is going to go a little bit worse now. So HellRaisers giving themselves an opportunity to.
A great wraparound frag there on MSL, like you say. He got backstabbed, but first frag, and now you can see Dignitas are in in a 3v3 situation. He's been leveled up. I think down a 3-on-2. He's got those confidence frag. He got that eco spray down ace. How confident is he feeling? Well, not very after that. Nico's going to rip his head clean off.
Has allowed them to get that pick into drop down room. If you're going to have presence in drop down room there, you normally play 2 players there to actually counter that problem. If one player can get down and pick you off that easily, something you shouldn't even be playing anyone there whatsoever. I think that was Pimp. Great play from him, to be fair. As soon as they showed the presence there, he came behind and backstabbed, got the lurkers there, and that was impressive round for Dignitas. And HellRaisers economy. Adren actually taking down Oversell now, so they will get in the driving seat for the first time here in this round.
And it could be a sign of things to come with that easy one-on-one found, because you can really get into the play. If they play one-on-one against you in spots like that, you can play like little. Dignitas, they're going to be dropping down, and again, we're going to get the entry there from Pimp. He's going to go straight onto Angel's position. Now, Angel has to look in the front, in the back. He's going to look all over the place. So good fragging from HellRaisers to control the situation. They didn't let them off the platform, and that is the key thing. We talked
about this game. I said anyway, I think Angel has been a standout player for HellRaisers recently, and this series as well. He's been towards the end, so it seems like he's just locking everyone down. That's actually big, because now Dignitas has a lockdown onto a Tech 9 buy, no armor, no real utility to speak of as well. They got 1 flashbang. So it kind of suggests that.
Well, yeah, you're going to see this pop flash.
Yeah, there's one pop flash over. The objective would just be to get the bomb down purely. Nothing else would be going on.
He's got the AWPs. They won't be spraying anyone down, but he's going to be getting the kill. Adrian's going to pick up another one. MSL. So, but Adrian's there to stop that happening. MSL's the last one. Adrian's going to pick up his 3rd kill, 4th actually. So, yeah, fairly easy. Dignitas weren't able to really do anything with those Tech 9s there. Not a surprise, as you've said, without the armor.
And it looks like that shot.
Like, hey, we can double eco, it doesn't matter once we get the guns.
I think that's a wise investment.
Yeah, I agree.
They get
well,
the full
this is what HellRaisers haven't been doing.
Yeah, they're like, instead of forcing out and having nothing to play with whatsoever and having to do the deathmatch mode like we saw. Get some proper, get an AWP out, get the utility on their side, and then execute onto a bomb site effectively with the Molotovs, flushing CTs out. Interesting. CT's locking it down though. 3 on 4 now, and another frag coming in from Angel. As we said before, he's been really strong this series, and then if he could save, that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
for
I think
see him
that's what
get
they're
away
going to try and do here. But well, Nico's going to get a kill, so that's to get out. No, he's not. They're not going to be saving any guns there. So.
Not the end of the world for Dignitas, though.
No, I mean, again,
they had been on a double eco.
Yeah, the double eco. They picked up kills in both of them. Here we go. They are able to get Nico that AWP, which is super important to him because, let's be honest, his plan B when he's got a rifle, he's not very good. So we're going to.
And I like the fact that Dignitas are moving towards that A bomb site instead. They haven't had much luck, really, with what they were doing.
Confrontation coming in the side alley area. This is what we saw last half. Dignitas was so good at locking you down in the crossfires now. Will they be able to replicate that success in the same area? MSL's going to be the point man as well. We see him. He was the one getting all the frags. And what a HellRaisers got to respond with there.
Kusha getting a couple there before Kirby's able to answer back. So numerical advantage to HellRaisers. All of a sudden, we've seen Dignitas in this territory before. This is when the question marks start pinging above their heads, and they start thinking, you know, what's happening? This isn't in the script. How are they going to be able to react? So you feel that someone's going to have to come up big here. Could it be Nico? No, it's not going to be. Mo read him like a book, and all of a sudden, it's a 4-on-2. Dignitas really struggling, and with body very low, even though he does get that kill onto Adrian. Something of a Pyrrhic victory for him, and might be wise to think about trying to save the guns, but no, they are going to work their way out onto this B bomb site, and Kirby with a great pick onto Angel. Pimp, though, that low HP, well, wouldn't have made any difference. Mo was there with the AWP, so Mo coming alive, making some very important picks, but this bomb plant is absolutely awesome. Dignitas almost salvaged something from nothing there.
Yeah, and I actually think they could have played that a tiny bit more patiently. As soon as they go down in the situation and end up in a 3v5 like they did, having those two guys towards A, they can basically just chill out because they still had Pimp all over towards that B-bomb side, and HellRaisers rotation. So that's definitely something Dignitas can take advantage of if they figure it out. And they definitely spotted at that time around that there were 3 people towards that A-bomb site very early on. So that's when you have it's as an option later on. But that time they didn't do it. It still kind of worked out for them. They did get a bomb plan, and it did end up with only 1 member surviving for HellRaisers, but
So 5 AK buy coming in for Team Dignitas, and you feel they're starting to hit that desperation point we've seen so many rounds. It was 11-4 at half time, and 12-11 now with Dignitas, the narrowest of leads.
They were up 12-3 versus flip side.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about right at the top of the show. Mo. I want to call him Moo because Mo's the guy who's got the gambling problem. Can't happen. We can't have 2 Mo's. Can they have a fight to the death or something and just decide who gets the name?
That would actually be amazing to watch.
Can we just do that, please? Anyway, he's dead now. Jill, don't think he's going to be going for it. Just going to play for an exit here. It is going to be. In every corner and every spot, so they're expecting, but I think make it a double. $13-11 now at Dignitas. Let's have a look at the Hell. Even trying to guess what they're going to do here. Yeah, there we are. There. Afford all, but I don't even know. Has he even got armor?
No, he hasn't. It's just a casual op, and he spent everything he had.
He's not even the main offer.
They just do this, guys. I don't understand it.
Kucher in mid there, but he gets flashed out, as pretty much every T team does. Flash out mid early to prevent that type of thing. And now he's going to be on the back foot pretty much.
This is pretty nuts. But we do have the entrance from Dignitas now, and I mean, there's not much that Kucher can do. He's going to go down straight away. Most so weird because the plan here is we get 1 more buy round. It's the next round. If you spend all your money on AWP, one of us cannot buy even come close.
It's again, this has been the problem with HellRaisers.
Let's have a look at the money now if we can.
1900 on Kucher.
Yeah. So they've got 1 player on $6,000. So he could drop a Famus if he wanted to. I think that's what they have to do. Yeah, so a Famus will come down for him. But yeah, it puts him in a very difficult situation, especially when the HellRaisers have been dominating this half.
And it's to me, it's also weird that the fact that Kucher buys up, and he's known as a very static operator.
Look, he's got a 5-7 now.
Yeah, so, but Kucher can't be the one to go out hunting.
Well, yeah, that was hot lately. Drop it to Dosia. Drop it to anyone, really. I mean,
yeah, because
even Angel can. All
there's a reason why Kucher isn't doing the AWP anymore.
Yeah. Kucher is good at standing still and holding an angle, not actually running back and forth trying to fight. It's a very special logic.
Yeah, it's like I said,
I have no idea what's going through their heads as they're playing.
Well, here we go. It's Rock'em Sock'em back and forth. It's 2 kills apiece here. And Dignitas obviously having the better of it because they've got the superior weapons. So Kucher's still running around with a banana in his hand. I hope. A kill with that lethal banana. Well, made that a double. What's going on here? Surely not. This isn't going to happen, is it? Well, Kirby puts paid to that nonsense. But again, so close.
thought he was going to win that one with the 5-7.
Yeah.
Just everything we said.
Yeah,
he
would have been.
what's he
Well,
doing?
I guess that would have proved our point with the pistols.
Yeah, but then what would have happened? It would
we
have
win
been,
either way.
Yeah.
Rubbish analysis, guys. You don't. We understand it. We're in Gold Nova.
Who's this an impression of? This is just everyone. Oh. See HellRaisers scrap together whatever they can. The Nova's coming out.
Well, I like this Nova buy though.
Yeah, you're feeling this
You
one?
know I like a Nova buy, Henry.
Well,
It's a pretty heavy.
Oh, here we go. It's all
though.
on Kusha to get a spray down. Oh, he's not able to do it. Only gets the one. MSL is very low, so slight advantage here in terms of health, but of course the basically
The pitchforks are out.
Yeah, the pitchforks are out. The threshing machine has been deployed. Watch out, boys, we're coming for your hay.
HellRaisers do have pretty good positioning right now, though, because happen to be towards that B bomb site. They've given the time for HellRaisers to set up in pretty good positions.
Well, let's see if it can capitalize with the Angel. Let's get the kill. The bomb. Nico and KGB answer back. So it's here we go. KGB, Adrian. Don't know why I'm saying KGB. I thought Adrian's picked up the AK. Instead, see you later. 16-11. That's the GG alarm been sounding.
Oh, can we not do that every game? Please.
Mate, it's a tradition.
Just put it away.